Hello fans of Merfolk, it's been quite some time. With the new Ixalan set coming out, let's see what there is to offer. So this is a deck that I am fondly referring to as Explorer Explorer. It's a Hardened Scales deck featuring all of the new Merfolk. Let's just jump right into the deck list. Playing the C-Note Scout at 1, Hardened Scales, obviously. Snakeskin Veil, it's a very punchy little aggro deck, we're trying to go fast. Got a one-off Ozolith. I haven't played with this card too much before, but I feel like if I was ever going to play it, this would be the deck. And then we also have a Jade Light Spelunker, who is not really a one-drop, but there you go. Merfolk Branchwalker, which you've probably seen before. Wild Growth Walker, one of our main build-arounds. Pretty much I just want to play this and then explore a million times. This guy is Nikonzil. He's kind of like our other playset of a Wild Growth Walker-esque creature. He's a 2-drop that enjoys when other people explore. Vineshaper Mystic. This one's kind of like a bit of a holdover from like a previous version of Hardened Scales I've done before, but I like that it can help you push in for lethal, maybe like turn 4, turn 5, something like that. Maybe that's a cut in the future. We'll see what happens. Jade Light Ranger explores twice. Playing 4 off Collected Company, and right now we got 1 of the Vivian Arcbow Ranger. We distribute 2 +1/+1 counters and give them Trample, which will help us end a game. Sitting on 21 land right now. Not totally sure if this is the final play set of cards I'm looking for, but this is what we're doing. And some cards we're not playing in case you want to, maybe try this yourself. Shaper Sanctuary, very good for a very spot removal heavy meta. Twists and Turns is a new card, which looks pretty good. There's a lot going on right here, but honestly I feel like it's a bit too slow. I thought that we would be very much more excited about this guy putting down lands onto the battlefield tapped, but I'm not very much trying to get to 7 lands and flip this. It's definitely a card you can play if you want. I think that the best way this is working so far is just with very fast aggro, trying to finish the game fast. Over the Edge, very cool little sideboard tech. You could run another one of this green Ozolith. I kind of don't want to pay 2 mana for this effect. And you could also play Hadana's Climb, which I had a couple of funny games earlier off stream, but we'll see what happens. You could be playing more Merfolk, but I feel like we kind of don't have to, because we don't necessarily need this Lord. We're already gaining so much value from +1/+ encounters. And Kumena's pretty cool, but he's kind of slow. And maybe we should play like another 1-drop. I don't know. Let's jump into it. Opponent goes first. 2-drop, no Hardened Scales, missing 1-drop. There you go. And that'll be an easy pitch. We'll probably get rid of this double up. Keep our 3-drop that does not explore but does +1/+ counter on some Merfolk we control. So we'll get our Breeding Pool down, get our Hardened Scales down. Opponent is Gigantha red-green. So it could be that kind of like green-red mid-range. Yep. Oh, okay, it's Bard Legendaries. We'll get our blue-green guy down and start exploring next turn, maybe. Maybe we'll just play the Vineshaper Mystic. Although if we do go C-Note Scout, we could maybe even get a land down, get our 4th land up next turn for a Collected Company. Alright, opponent about to start dropping dudes. No blocks. Opponent draws. And now we go. See if we can get some big bodies down and start blocking. Opponent holding priority. So at least we are guaranteed a Collected Company next turn. Does distribute a lot of +1/+ encounters. I guess we'll keep that. We're just gonna hold back for now. We'd lose the trade against the double block. Okay, Bergie does make a lot of mana. so I don't think they can like go infinite right now. Just go wide. And so we'll hope that opponent thinks that we're going to cast Vivian, but we're actually going to cast Collect Company. May or may not be enough. And this may or may not be our last turn. See what they want to swing with. 8/8, 6/7 first strike. I'm gonna keep it with you. I forget what this thing does. Vigi Menace. +2/+2. And they can do that twice, so 8, 9, 10, 11. They can make it a 12/12. I think I want this one. I'm gonna think about it for a sec. Because that'll start gaining us some life. We'll gain 6 life. We don't have any more explore creatures. Yeah, I think we'll go Wild Growth Walker and a J-Light Ranger. Opponent holding priority. Love to see another one of those. We can favorably block here, and I think we're just going to chump this one away. We'll see what opponent's one card in hand is. Creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain indestructible. And at level 3, whenever you cast a legendary spell, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them this turn. Opponent's tapped out. I think I'll kill their Miglaws, because they can destroy our Hardened Scales, and no swings. Still have the biggest body on the board with an 8/9 for now. Opponent showing us a 9/10 first strike. Plus here, and we'll plus the Wild Growth Walker. This one's going to end up getting quite large. And we'll hold up another Collected Company. Gigantha is coming. Showing them 2 lands. And their final card is Samut, showing them 2 more lands, keeping the old one, go move into combat, plussing the Samut, or not, giving it haste, go to swings, no attacks, Coco, I'll take a Wild Growth and a Branch Walker. Put this on the battlefield tapped. Wild Growth. Branch Walker. Explores. Draws a land. Trigger, 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 trigger. Put this on the battlefield tapped. +1. This one and this one are our tallest dudes. Big game trample. Do we swing?
Get out of the way if I were you.
Not yet. I expect opponent might concede soon because we're getting very tall and very wide, and they are kind of tall. Good game, opponent. Good game, Splatoon. Go first. Very many Hardened Scales and Ozolith. Only a 3-drop. I want to throw it back, but then we might not have Hardened Scales anymore. So I think I'll take turns 1 and 2 off, so to say. And then turn 3 we can get Jadelight Ranger down, see how I'm doing from there. So far, opponent showing us black mana. Double black with a cool sleeve, looking maybe like a mono black deck. There we go. I guess we will keep our 3rd land so we can for sure do something next turn. I'm just going to go for the mana efficient play of Jadelight rather than our 2-mana card. And we're drawing 2 lands, not necessarily what we wanted to see. So we're a little short on gas. Liliana sacrificing our creature for us, swinging for 1.
Nobody knows Dominaria's shadows like you.
Ah, one of your friends has to leave.
Too much land, this might be a good game. Probably should have played Breeding Pool tapped, I'm kind of not even paying that much attention. If they kill our last guy, I'll draw a card and probably concede.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Just pitch this one. Opponent taking their time to think about it. Doing a big ramp for 1 additional mana with their Nykthos. Maybe we'll see a Phyrexian Obliterator or a Grey Merchant right here, or a Shieldred. Just another Fenlurker. And we've basically done a lot of cool nothing so far. Opponent also doing kind of a lot of cool nothing over here.
You know,
So maybe we'll stay in the game.
Off you go.
Don't want that. But at least we're able to get some value on the board. That value will stick around with Ozolith if they end up removing it, but I think we're too far gone already, as we haven't built for mid-range. I feel like there's a lot of cool potential for Explorer mid-range shenanigans, especially with chance to put an extra land down and chance to flip that other 1-mana green enchantment. Something about Twist is in the name. But I feel like that may be stronger for limited play rather than a full Explorer play. So we'll go X equals 3. Sure, why not? We can blow up their Phyrexian Arena, and I might as well get these Puzzle counters over on the Ozolith. That thing is gonna have Death Touch, and we're gonna have to deal with it at some point. So at least with the Ozolith, we have the capacity to make a very tall dude. So as long as we have one creature, we can always make a tall dude. And with our one-off Vivian, we can get trample as well. Powerful card there. One more of those and we're toast. Nice Fatal Push. That's it. Good game. Junbone 12. We go first. 2 lands, 1 drop, 2 drops, explore, just what we're looking for. Playing against Ashiok themselves. Breeding Pool, don't care, Hardened Scales. And so I like to save the Spelunker as long as we can. I'm actually quite pleased with this card. X equals 3, X equals 4. It's very strong, especially when you have one or your 2 other little dudes down there. Let's get this one going. So perhaps we play the Branch Walker. It gains a +1/+1 counter, and so would our... what's this guy called? I'm sorry. Neokanzil will also gain a +1/+1 counter, rather than just going safely for the Branch Walker there. I think I'm gonna go in for 2 first, because they're gonna kill something. Maybe we'll go X equals 2 here. Try and hit that other land to get a Collected Company next turn. We'll go for the throat. Brazen Borrower. Fascinating. That card's pretty good. So next turn we'll probably put the Neoconsul back down, hold up Snakeskin Veil. Swing first. 5 is a lot of damage. It could be 7. Hold Snake Scale past turn. Oh, it's the blue-black Flash deck. I haven't seen this in a very long time. Spells with Flash that you cast cost 1 less to cast and can't be countered. Good game, Danger Mouse. Opponent goes first. A single color of land, Hardened Scales, Wild Growth Walker, and Explorers. I think this will work. I'm not sure how I feel about Nykthos yet. I'm pretty sure it's correct because we're basically a mono-green Devotion type of deck. We're not exactly mono-green Devotion. And I honestly, at this time, I think 2 Cavern of Souls is probably too much. I'm not playing against too much counterspells. Okay, it's a red-white Bunnycorn goes fast deck. We'll see if we are fast enough. And also, we have the capacity to gain a ton of life with Wild Growth Walker if it sticks around. And at currently 2 land, we'll probably play it turn 2. Even though it gives them the turn to, what's this do? Lose life, even number tap. Oh, pretty fast. Doesn't necessarily which land we play at this time. This one will be hitting us for 1 damage when we do use it. So I just hope that our creature can survive this turn. I feel like they're mostly going to be shitting out 1/1s rather than casting like a lightning strike. Am afraid of Stomp though. Convoke? Yeah, Venerated Loxodon. Cool, I think we got there. Oh, damn, that's pretty cool, actually. I'd rather take the 1 damage this turn than the 2 damage next turn. This explores, again, it's a 2/1. Explores twice, it's a 1/1. Is the 1 power gonna matter? Nah, because we could just block this with this. So we'll save the 1 life. Explore twice. Hardened Scales. Or we could go for Collected Company, or we could go Hardened Scales, Jade Light Ranger. I think we can go Hardened Scales, Jade Light Ranger. Didn't even think about making a 5/5. Okay, we've gained 6 life, and we'll hold our blocks. Having favorable blocks against everything they have. So maybe they're gonna go for a Knight Captain of Eos would probably be their best play at this time, but they only have 1 card. Making a bunch of more 1/1s. Are they just gonna throw it all at us? They're thinking about it. I think they're doing their math right now. They did the math. And we'll take an additional 3 down to 6. So I don't think we can afford the breeding pool, but we can certainly afford the Jade Light Ranger. Yeah, that's cool. We like explore creatures. Luckily for us, that's the whole deck. I think I'm gonna block. Because if we take less damage from blocking, we also take less damage from Throne. And now we can just see if we can gain life faster than they can deal it to us. Giganta. See if they want to throw it all away to deal a total of 6 damage to us, and then they're super running out of gas. I think they might probably concede soon. Oh, hang on. I don't want to take damage. Okay, we can activate this for 6. We can cast this for 4. We can take Mekonzil and Branchwatcher, I think. Do we want Vine Shaper Mystic? Yeah, he'll get the biggest. We want to explore. We gotta gain life. Trigger. Hardened Scales. Put this on the battlefield tapped. 2 mana available. Cast. Merfolk Branchwalker. Explore. Trigger. And opponent concedes. Good game, Filibuster. Opponent goes first. No Hardened Scales. 4 lands is a lot, but we do have 2 Wild Growth Walker. Probably my favorite card in the whole deck. Let's see if we can get there without Hardened Scales. And are we playing the 1-drop? I think we should. And we don't necessarily want another land. That guy's pretty cool. Opponent on red and blue plus green. I think we'll swing for 2. I think I'll play the Nekonzil. I think I value Wild Growth Walker higher than Nekonzil, but I'm not totally sure yet. Spell Stutter. Counter target spell unless they pay 2. Or an additional 1 for each fairy. So we're going against 3-color adventures. They might be holding another Spell Stutter. But they do not control a fairy. Let's get our Wild Growth Walker down. Swing for 2. Do they have flash? No flash. End turn. See another bounce or another stomp. It's a bounce. Fable. In a tapped land, we have a free turn, no counter spells. Hardened Scales, that changes things for me. I really want to cast 2 Wild Growth Walkers. And then what? Hardened Scales, Jade Light Spelunker? I really want to cast 2 Wild Growth Walkers, so I'm going to do that. No swings. Further confirmation that they're on adventures. Beanstalk. And I don't have my Hardened Scales down. They don't have the Lucky Clover. I think that's legal in this format now. And honestly, I'm not super afraid of anything they might be doing. They have 1 card. Could be the counter spell. Let's see. Counter unless they pay 2. I'm gonna hold that. I'm gonna try and draw that counter spell right now. Just a bounce spell. And we'll play it back. Do we swing? It's our last turn to swing before they put Giant Man. Are we racing with things in the air? I'll swing once. Fable flips. Opponent on 1 card. It's a land. Probably cast... Oh, Beanstalk. I'm gonna hold that for now because we can't use it right now. So we'll go X equals 4. Coco. Yeah, we like that. Trigger, 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 trigger. Go to combat. I'll swing with both of our 9/11s, and opponent concedes. Good game, Astropause. And there you have it. Is the deck good enough? Well, it's certainly good enough to beat up a bunch of smelly nerds in the silver rank. I'm just going to mouse over these cards again. Very happy with C-Note Scout. Very happy with Hardened Scales. Very happy with Snakeskin Veil. Probably fine at 3, maybe go to 4. I feel like there's a ton of Fatal Push in the meta still right now. The meta will probably shift now that there's a bunch of cool new toys to be played with. Pretty stoked on 1 off the Ozolith. Maybe go up to 2. Never really played with this card so much, but I'm very happy with it so far, even though I think we only played it once in a game that we ended up losing. But I like that it gives you the ability to maintain some value on the board as a cool individual that likes to commit value to the board in the forms of easily removed creatures. Jade Light Spelunker, honestly, this card is super sick. Explore X Time is way more powerful than I thought. I thought it was basically just going to be another couple of copies of Jade Light Ranger. It's so much more because you can go X equals 4, X equals 5, not even hard, especially after you cast some Nakanzil and maybe get a couple of extra lands down tapped, top deck this. The only non-synergy is this is quite simply a 1/1 for 1, X equals 0 if you ever hit it off Collected Company. Luckily for us, there's enough creatures, like a high concentration of creatures, we haven't had an issue there. Wild Growth Walker, love this card, dude. Played this back when it was in Standard. You can even see there's a little merfolk in the back there. Branch Walker, this card's fine. Nakanzil, this card's pretty good. I'm glad that there's more than one playset of 2-drop that enjoys other creatures exploring. I like that he can also get very big. Yeah, pretty good. Vineshaper Mystic, it doesn't explore. There's certainly more explore creatures that you could be looking for if you wanted to. There's like Tishana's Wayfinder at 3. I know there's another Explore at 3, a 3/1 Vigilance for 3. Maybe I'll put it right up there. So, not totally sure about this one, but I used to play Hardened Scales Merfolk a little while ago, and that would pretty much just go like... Oh, you could also play Deep Root Elite. I used to just go Hardened Scales, Deep Root Elite, Vineshaper Mystic, and that was pretty much the best curve that you could find. So, not sure if that's still a card we're looking for. but right now I'm still playing it. There you go, Revered Herald Guide. I've ruined it. Collected Company, pretty good. There you go. That's all you need to know about that one. Vivian, I think we might want to go up to 2. I don't think I cast it in any of these games, but distribute 2 +1/+1 counters among the 2 target creatures. They gain trample until end of turn. That's how you can break a stall. Maybe go power over some death touch creatures or something. And you could also go with Hadana's Climb, which is very cool, very sick. Can give you the opportunity to block in the air. Those are probably your best stall breaker cards. So hey, there you go. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and have fun playing Hardened Scales in the future.